curious, did you hook up any teammates or anybody with the shoe? Or I mean, Courtney Williams is rocking them tonight. Which, like, I've had multiple people ask for them. Like, I only have size 9 right now, so they're actually playing in my samples. That's actually size 2, so both have them on. Both of the boats have them on. So yeah, this is a pretty fun pair. You're looking at. I think it's like Valentine's Day edition. You got the charm on there, but I was gonna wear some all white ones. I'm like, that's not fun enough. We gotta break out some colors.
So cute with the color. The ombre matches the jersey.
I gotta get you guys right.
That's love, bro. You gonna sign them after the game?
You want me to?
I do.
Just don't sell them on eBay.
No, hell, come on, girl. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Probably like a couple M's though.
So the Starbucks got shoes, but I ain't getting shoes. Ooh, that's crazy.
They were the same size as me.
Oh, okay.
Where's mine? Did he? These for you. Yes. And these for me. Hey. And I'm wearing these tonight.
I'm putting mine on right now.
I made a call to the president. And y'all see what happened.
Thank you. Oh, give me a hug, girlie.
We love you.
I think we're all the same size.
Hell yeah. We love the president. We love the president.
You're the second player to ever play them after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now too. Nice. Yeah, put yours. That's why I said they go my fit.
Courtney's gonna make shots from 40 tonight.
Okay, you need to hold it down, bro. I'm wearing these tonight. Stop playing.
Caitlin Clark just did something that has sneaker resellers working overtime and her own fans losing their minds in the group chats. Her shoe is breaking records after her all-star performance, and right now, nobody, and I mean nobody, can get their hands on a pair. Not the fans lining up online at midnight, not even some of her fellow WNBA players who reportedly wanted in on this shoe before it ever hit shelves.
Caitlin debuted her purple colorway of the Caitlin ones, bro. And the purple one, in my opinion, is harder than that yellow and blue one I did the video about. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that purple colorway isn't crazy. And I feel like these Caitlin ones gonna go crazy when they start hooping in them, bro. Like, these gonna do numbers on for the women and the men. Like, honestly, look at that triple C on the tongue. Hard. And then, did you peep the triple check? And look at this. It got the blue, the white, the red. The USA look to it. Caitlin Clark. And you just came out today. You are on the cover of the 2K27 Deluxe.
Managed to snag a pair before the frenzy hit. People are reselling them for thousands of dollars. This is not a small story, and it is not just internet noise either. This is Caitlin Clark, once again, breaking the internet with something that has nothing to do with a box score and everything to do with how much people want a piece of her right now. What makes this whole thing wild is the timing. This did not happen quietly over a slow news week. It happened right after one of the biggest weekends on the WNBA calendar, with cameras on her the entire time, which meant the demand did not build up slowly. It exploded almost overnight.
Caitlin Clark is on to something. Now, when I say this woman is on to something, I mean she's really close to it. Really close to it. She could sniff it. She could smell it. She could even push that button. But instead, she's like right next to it. And I'm talking about with her hoop shoes. These bad boys right here are just kind of mid. They really are. But one thing is saving them. One thing in particular. And it's the goddamn gradients. The gradient colorways are going to save this bad boy every single time. And the WNBA All-Star Weekend pair is nothing less than doing so. It's nothing less than great. It's nothing less than phenomenal. A gradient on this silhouette with these materials is a 97
The thing about Clark's sneaker history. This is not the first time this has happened. And honestly, at this point, it would be more surprising if a Clark shoe drop did not sell out. Back in mid-2025, Nike dropped her Kobe 5 Protro colorway, and it sold out in minutes. Not hours, minutes. Fans described refreshing the app, blinking, and finding the size run already gone. Resale prices on eBay shot up to between $350 and $400 a pair, with at least one buyer reportedly paying $600 for shoes that retailed for $190. Think about that gap for a second. That is more than triple the sticker price for a shoe that most people never even got the chance to click buy.
Woke up at 7 to get into the draw for your shoes with a collab with Kobe 5s. And unfortunately, I was not chosen, so I need some for my daughters so they can start using those shoes too once they can start playing basketball. So, Caitlin Clark, if you're seeing this, can you ship me some shoes, please? I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Not a one-off either. When Nike brought back the Kobe 5 Pro Rookie of the Year colorway in April 2026, the exact same thing happened again. A 10-minute lottery window on the sneakers app, and the shoes were gone before most fans even got their phone unlocked. 10 minutes. That is barely enough time to microwave a cup of coffee, let alone secure a pair of shoes that thousands of people wanted at the exact same second. StockX listings for that drop started at $233 and climbed as high as $600 within a single afternoon. Same shoe, same story, just a different month on the calendar.
Came out and I was just trying to have fun and enjoy tonight and like play hard and, you know, try to set the tone for my team. And I think the second group came in and we're like, okay, like we're gonna play like that too then. So I think it was really fun. And, you know, obviously it's a tough turnaround, and the Fever probably have one of the quickest turnarounds. Obviously we played on Wednesday and I'm going home tonight and I'm flying to Seattle tomorrow. So, you know, everybody can complain about their schedule, but at the same time, it's always an honor to put this jersey on and play and compete and be around the best players in the world. And I don't take that lightly.
Say, nobody can get these shoes. That is not an exaggeration for views. That is the actual pattern every single time Clark's name goes on a box. And what makes this wave of demand even bigger right now is what just happened at the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game. Clark did not coast through that game the way plenty of stars do during exhibition weekends. She scored the first bucket off a steal, she hustled around the backcourt like she had something to prove, and midway through the night, she actually stopped and told ESPN's Holly Rowe on live television that fans paid real money to be in that building, and the players owed them more effort than just walking around. That moment matters more than people give it credit for. That is Clark, in her own words, putting the fans first, on a national broadcast, in the middle of an event where most players are just trying to avoid getting hurt before the regular season resumes.
This is Team Coop, Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers. This is going to be the best WNBA All-Star game ever. All right, ever. And I say that purely based on the play style and playmakers on each team. You realize Caitlin Clark is going to have a playmaker, somebody that can get her the ball, somebody that will allow her to spot up shoot, somebody that will allow her not to have to bring the ball up. Olivia Miles. All right. Now they may still make Caitlin Clark bring it up to begin with, but when they dump it off to Olivia and let her go, and Caitlin can just sit and do this and catch and shoot, Caitlin will go 47 for 47 in this game. Right. Anyways, I'm really excited to see Paige Beckers along with Kelsey Mitchell. I think that is
the night with 17 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal, playing on Team Spoon in a game that finished 129-122 over Team Coop in front of a WNBA All-Star record crowd of 19,783 people. That crowd number matters here, and it deserves a second look. Nearly 20,000 people packed the United Center, and a good chunk of them were there because Clark was on the floor, whether they admit it out loud or not. When a player pulls numbers like that and still finds time to call out her fellow All-Stars for not giving the fans a real show, that says something about where her priorities sit. She was not just playing for stats that night. She was not chasing an MVP trophy or trying to pad a highlight reel for her own brand. She was playing because people paid to watch a real game, and she wanted to deliver one, even if that meant being the one player willing to say the quiet part out loud on live television.
Really, really cool. Like, I probably was never a kid that grew up thinking that this was going to be in the cards for me. Like, I loved, you know, wearing whatever Nike shoe it was growing up. I remember my first pair of Jordans, like pink Jordans that I had. And I remember my very first pink pair of Nike basketball shoes that I also had, just like the very basic model. It wasn't anybody's signature shoe or anything, but for myself to be able to have a signature shoe and, you know, for young boys and young girls to be able to, you know, hopefully want to wear it and be able to put it on and, you know, dream. You don't have to be a basketball player, but dream to achieve whatever you want. And I think that's what I hope people feel when they put the shoe on. And also that's really comfortable and it looks pretty cool.
Mentality, the one where she thinks about the person in the stands before she thinks about herself, is exactly why this shoe situation has spiraled the way it has. Word started spreading that other WNBA players wanted in on Clark's sneaker before it even released. Not because of the design alone, but because everyone in that league has watched what a Clark drop does to demand, over and over, drop after drop, for 2 years straight now. When your name attached to a shoe can push resale prices past $500 within 24 hours, of course teammates and opponents alike start asking if there is any way they can get a pair pulled aside before the general public even gets a shot. Picture being in that locker room, seeing a teammate's shoe sell for triple the price online within a day, and not at least asking the question. It would be strange if players were not curious, honestly.
That kind of resale number does not happen by accident, and everyone in that league knows exactly what is true.
So what if I haven't went to go see if it's a legit thing, but 10 out of 10, it might be, because Caitlin Clark is a major fan of Kobe Bryant, so she might do her own iteration of the Grinches. And if they do come out, I am going to be the first person in line. And hopefully next year at the D sellout, we get the reverse Grinches. I need that red and green pair, because I already have both of the red and green pair of the Kobe Bryant Grinches. So I need.
Frustrating part for actual fans, the people who are not trying to flip a shoe for profit, just trying to wear something they genuinely want. If players inside the league are struggling to get their hands on a pair, imagine being a regular fan sitting at home refreshing the sneakers app on a work break, hoping the timing lines up. The restock strategy has been the same every single time, and it does not seem to be changing anytime soon. A tiny batch drops through a lottery system, it disappears in minutes, and then a slightly bigger restock trickles out weeks or months later through select Foot Locker locations. Still capped, still gone almost instantly. When Clark's Kobe 5 Protro Indiana Fever colorway got restocked in January 2026, the average resale price on StockX was still sitting around $434, more than double what fans would have paid at retail. That is months after the original release, and the price still had not come down. If anything, it barely moved. That is not a shoe drop anymore at that point. That is closer to a lottery ticket with a sneaker attached to it.
But that it kind of gives them a superpower, and they, feel like they can express themselves through the shoe. And I feel like that's kind of what it's been for me so far. Obviously, that's what I'm going to take into wearing my signature. But even when I've worn the Kobe's, like I've been able to express myself through the ones that I've worn, even when I was at Iowa, and then obviously the PEs since I've been here. And then we'll take it to another level with my signature shoe as well.
Part of why this demand keeps climbing is because Clark is not just doing colorway drops anymore. Nike officially confirmed her first true signature shoe, the Caitlin one, along with an 18-piece apparel collection, and both are set to release October 1st, 2026. That shoe will retail at $140 in North America, a friendlier price point than the $190 Kobe releases, which on paper sounds like it should make things easier for fans trying to get a pair. But here is the part everyone watching this space already understands. Every single person who has followed this story from the beginning already knows what is coming when that October date hits. If a simple colorway sold out in minutes and pushed resale past $500, a full signature line carrying her name alone, her actual first solo shoe, is going to set off an entirely different level of chaos. Lower price point or not, demand does not care about price when the supply is the—
But on top of that, you're debuting your very own signature shoe tonight. How mind-blowing is that?
It's pretty crazy. I feel like I keep looking down at my feet because it's hard to believe. So I feel like as a young kid, like you love basketball sneakers. You always want the best basketball sneaker. Now I feel like I have the best basketball sneaker and it has my initials on it. So that's pretty cool.
And you were a part of making that. But on top—
Math here for a second, because the numbers really do tell the whole story better than any headline can. Clark signed with Nike back in April 2024 in a deal worth more than $20 million. That number alone tells you how much the brand believes in her pull, and it was signed before any of these resale numbers even existed to prove them right. But dollar value on a contract is one thing. What is happening on resale sites is the real proof, the kind that shows up in real time instead of on paper. That is not hype built by one viral moment or one lucky weekend. That is a sustained pattern that has held steady across almost 2 years of releases, through different colorways, different price points, and different retail partners. When something repeats that consistently, it stops being a fluke and starts being a fact about how this market actually works.
The shoes tonight, how do you feel?
I just been smiling all day. I'm super excited.
And what's your favorite part about the shoes?
Favorite part? Oh, it's hard to pick one. I think the Nike swoosh is kind of cool. It's 2 of them, and then there's a hidden CC right there. So, kind of sick.
Exactly why the fans who missed out feel so stuck, and honestly, a little burned. These are not casual buyers trying to flip a shoe for profit the second it lands in their cart. A lot of them are people who have followed Clark since Iowa.
People who bought tickets to road games in cities that had never sold out a WNBA arena before she showed up. People who have genuinely built a piece of their fandom around supporting her at every turn. It feels personal because Clark herself has made it clear, over and over, that she thinks about her fans first. She said it herself at All-Star Weekend. She wants to give people who paid money for a ticket, or in this case a shoe, something worth their time and their money. So when the actual product is nowhere to be found, and the only path to owning it runs through a reseller's inflated listing, that disconnect between her stated values and the buying experience is exactly where the frustration lives.
Look at the baby go practicing in the new colorway. Oh my goodness, them things are nice. Look at them. Oh my goodness, you know I got to get them. Look at that. We finna go for 30 on like minute. I was saying, we about to go for 30 and probably on minute restriction. And we're gonna play tonight, but we're not gonna play tomorrow. Like I've been saying she should do. Why should it ain't even about that, man. These shoes are amazing. And look, I need every color. Every colorway, I need it, and I got to have it. So I
leave everyone right now. Clark just walked out of the 2026 All-Star game having pushed her fellow All-Stars to play harder for the people in the seats. And in that same stretch of weeks, her name is still driving one of the most chaotic resale markets in sports right now. Full stop. Fans who want the real deal, not a marked up resale listing sitting 3 or 4 times above retail, are going to need to be online, refreshing, ready the second that clock hits 0. No lag, no distractions, phone charged, browser open early. Because if the last 2 years have shown us anything, it is that when Caitlin Clark's name is on a box, that box does not stay on a shelf for long, and the people chasing it know that better than anyone.